Well, Ottawa is in for the warmest stretch of weather that we've seen so far this year. And it's important to keep the safety of your pets in mind. Joining us now with some tips, Stephen Smith from the Ottawa Humane Society to tell us a little bit more about how we can care for our furry friends during a heat wave. Good morning.
Good morning.
Now, before we get to you, and you know I love chatting with you about pet safety, introduce us to your friend. Who do we have joining us this morning?
So this here is Chase, and he is a program dog at the OHS. I'm sorry, folks, he's not up for adoption. And what Chase does, he's got an important job. He teaches kids about how to safely approach dogs.
Okay, there he is getting up close and personal with the camera. I have to say, he's very friendly, and my pants are covered in some of his fur. So tell us, Stephen, what are some signs that maybe it's getting a bit warm out there and you need to watch your pet?
Absolutely. So we know we're in for a hot couple of days right now in Ottawa. And so when that temperature rises, one of the things we say, of course, is never leave your pet unattended in a hot car. That's just rule number one. The great news in Ottawa, people are pretty aware of this, but don't leave just the window open a crack. It's never just a couple of minutes. It only takes a very short period of time for your pet to be in serious danger in a hot car. So if you're going out and about with your pet, make sure that you can bring them into the store with you. And if they're going somewhere that doesn't allow pets, then the best place to leave them is safely at home.
Yeah, and that's a good point. Some stores do permit you to bring your dog inside. I don't know about your cat, but definitely your dog. Otherwise, leave them at home. And, some of the viewers this morning might be saying, yeah, I know. But every single summer, and sometimes even in the spring and in the autumn, we hear these horrible stories about pets being locked in hot cars.
And that's exactly right. It doesn't even take, say, that 30+ degree weather. It can be even just a bit of a mild day, and a car can still get too hot sitting in the sun. And also as well, when you're going out and about for a walk on those hotter days too, there's a couple of tips that you can use to keep your pets safe. So the pavement might be a little bit hot for their paws, and what you can do is walk on the cooler grass to help keep them safe, or also take shorter walks maybe during the morning or in the evening when the temperature cools down a bit.
What are some signs that your pet is uncomfortable, or maybe they're on the verge of getting a heat stroke?
Well, of course, excessive panting can be one of them as well. You might see them being a bit lethargic, particularly if you see their eyes glazing over as well. That might be a sign that your pet's experiencing heat exhaustion. And of course, we want to make sure you have lots of fresh water on hand to help cool them down. Make sure you can bring them in out of the heat, and if they continue to show those signs, then be ready to contact your veterinarian for help.
Yeah, and I'll say this, as the owner of 2 dogs, one of my dogs, like the one we're seeing right now, loves to swim, and he's a lab mix, so he's great in the summer in the heat. He'll cool himself down, but my other dog is a bull mastiff. So she's kind of heavy. She's got one of those pushed-in faces, and she cannot breathe well in the summer. So you really do have to know your pet. Some of them are not as good in the heat, certain breeds, I find.
That's exactly right, and you nailed it on the head there, where it's really about knowing your particular pet. Some will react great to the heat. Maybe will love a summer day. Others will say, you know what, I've had too much of this outdoors. Bring me inside, please.
Stephen, what if you see a dog that isn't yours that may need help? What should you do?
Well, any dog who's on the loose needs help right away, and so if you're able to secure the dog, you can bring them safely to the Humane Society, where we'll help reunite them with their owner. If you're not able to secure the dog, you can call 311 for some assistance.
Okay, and I've only got about 30 seconds, but for the cat owners that are tuning in this morning, any tips for cats that may be enjoying the heat, but you want to make sure that they're safe?
Well, number one for the Humane Society, we always say keep your cats indoors. It's one of the safest places for them. However, if you do let your cat outside, or if you're somebody who likes to walk their cat on a leash as well, you can apply some of the tips for the dog. So make sure that fresh water is available, make sure they can safely come in out of the heat, and as well, if you're taking them for that walk, stick to the cool grass, stick to the cooler temperatures of the day.
Thanks so much for this, Stephen.
Thanks for having me.